Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. Fruit Markets Nodes app backends API inside. Today I need to develop this here. The delivery boy users need to register. We need to making here the API. Delivery boy only register for the admin shop owners need to assign this here. These users need to create access only providing this here. So need to set here. Now I need to write down here. First of all, I need to write here the app.post and we need to write down here the API slash admin slash and we need to write down here the delivery boy create and we need to set this here the request response like this here. So now need to set here show first of all the request body helper dot request dot body like this print this body. Now request object inside save this here the this request body inside these variables. Now need to check access tokens and to pass this here the request dot headers and we need to pass this here the response objects like this here. And if here valid response token is valid, then to get this here the user objects need to returning this here. And now also need to only access this API shop owners like this. We need to set here the conditions. We need to write here. Now need this here the parameters. We need to create here for the check here the missing parameters. Need to check here. Need to call this here the helper check parameter valids and to pass this here the response. Then after give this here the request objects and we need to give this here the array inside the key names of the needed parameters need to put here. Now first ones need this here the name, then after mobile codes, then mobile number, then after email and like this set here email like here. If gets here valid, then to return this here the blank callbacks for this event. And now we need to write down here the check here first of all this mobile number exists or not. So need to check this here inside the database. Now need to fire here the query. Now need to go inside here the SQLs and we need to write down here the SQL select query and we need to remove this here the things not needs need to clean this here the modified dates also not date like this data cut here and we need to pass this here the parameters mobile and mobile code question mark and status is equal to need to set here the not equal to true equal to cut this here. Now need to paste here and we need to set this here the request not request we need to set here the array brackets and now need to pass this here the request object dot mobile parameters and second parameters is request dots need to pass this here the mobile code like here need to pass here and we need to check this here errors and result need to return for this query. If we need to bounce inside the records means here the already exists inside the database for this number to register other users. That's why need to not give this here the access to create accounts. Need to returning this here the error message. Now need to first of all if here gets any errors, then to throw this here the HTML errors and we need to write down here the errors and response. We need to returning this here and return this here. Now we need to write down here if need to set here the result and we need to check this here the length more than 0 like here's else parts equal to need to write down here. If more than 0 means here the false response stations user already use this mobile numbers. Like this, we need to return this here the message, set here 0, and we need to write down here the message. User mobile number already register, like here's. Else what if not founds any records, means here to create new records, because need to available these mobile numbers for the registrations. That's why I need to like this. We need to set here the write down here the db.query, and we need to write down here the query insert. We need to use this, remove this here the user ID, mobile number, email address, OS types, like this. We need to know needs user types, needs here the status, also check here the valids. We need to providing like this years, and we need to set here the question mark for needed years. Copy, paste these years for 5 parameters. We need to need years, and we need to given this year for insert query, like years, and need to set years request object dots. We need to give this here the name. Request object dots, we need to give this here the mobile numbers, mobile code. Request object dots, we need to give this here the mobile. Then request object dots, need to give this here the email. And last one, need to user tabs, need to give this here the two, because two users means here the delivery boy accounts. Like this, we need to database inside the set here. Then after, we need to get here the errors response errors, and results we need to get here, and we need to write down here if gets errors, then to write down here the helper dot throw HTML errors, and we need to return this here the errors and response, and return these functions. Now need to check here gets any results, means here the successfully inserted this data inside the database. If not, that means it's the fails, need to response, need to server terminate this API calls status, and we need to set this here the 0, and need to give this here the message, need to set msg fail, static message need to put here. If here successfully, then you need to write down here the results, not results, sorry for that, request or JSONs, like here's set here the status, set here 1, and we need to set here the message delivery boy, delivery boy user create successfully, created successfully, like this. We need to return this here the message. Now we need to payloads returns here for these users brackets. Now need to give this here the user underscore id, need to pass this here the result dot insert id, need to return here. Then after need to give this here the name, request object dot name. Then after need to set this here the mobile code, request object dot mobile code. Then after mobile, request object dot mobile, and last one is email, request, sorry for that, request object dot need to pass this here the email, like need to write down here, and also need to set here the status, need to set here 1, means here the active verified. Save here for these users now created here the done, and we need to save this here. Now we need to informations need to updates for the users. We need to write down here the delivery boy update API, and then after need to delivery boy delete API, and then after need to create here the another for delivery boy user list API need to develop here. So now need to admin slash need to write down here. Maybe you need to copy is good way. Need to paste this here, and now need to set here the update query like here, and we need to pass this here user underscore ID. You need to pass here, and now we need to check this here, and we need to set here the one conditions user ID not equal to question mark and conditions. And now we need to pass this query request object, and we need to set this here the not request, we need to user object need to use here user underscore ID. And now need to check here the without this user ID you need to check here the mobile numbers is exist for and not. So need to check here for the status if here the found, then to here already this number registers. Now need to call here the update query. Need to go here again and to select this here the updates. Now need to remove this here the user ID. Need to update this here the mobile number emails. Also need to updating this here the other things. Now status also need to clean here like here, and we need to write down here comma and modify columns equal to need to set here the now functions, and like this set here user underscore ID, and like here set here the question mark, also set here one question mark, and also set here the another one question mark like here. Cut this query and to paste this here the replace with this query like this, and we need to write down here the name, then after mobile codes, email address, and we need to set here the user ID request not request user dot user underscore ID need to put here maybe request here is because need to admin use this here this API also need to update here, otherwise gets here the errors. And we need to check this here the affected row more than 0 means here the successfully updated delivery boy user updated successfully like this message. We need to return things and we need to save this here. Now this is the our creating for the delivery boy accounts users updates API. We need to done here. Same as now need to create here the delete API need to copy here first of all, and we need to write down here the delivery boy delete API like here. Now need here to pass here the mobile numbers, not mobile user ID. You need to needs here. Now need to remove this here the this select query need to no needs and to clean here for this API like here, and like this sets. And we need to set here the status against this user ID. Need to updating here the two, and now need to clean here this other things, maybe modify dates also need to needs here need to clean this here, and another parameters also need to clean here for specific this user ID, and delivery by users deleted successfully returning like this here the message. And to set this here now we need to save for this data. Now we need to create here the another delivery boy list users list. We need to create here the API for the list. Now need to delivery boy list user list like here. Now here's no needs any parameters need to clean here for these users like here. Need to set here, and we need to remove this here the all things inside this query no needs. Now need to clean here, and now need to remaining columns we need to put here for this API. Now need to go inside here the select query, and we need to read this here the remove this here the OS types, maybe put seers is good way. Tokens, authentication tokens, no needs. OTP, no needs. User types, no needs. Need to already set here the this specific types users need to get seers, and we need to set here the status first of all, not equal to 2, and user type set here the two only users. Like this we need to set here this select query, and to replace this query here, and we need to clean this here the parameters, no needs, and to get this here the results and replace this data successfully, and to set here the payload like here, and print this here the result, and we need to save here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.